3 months ago, we told you about the worst dealers in America based on our Dealer Transparency Index. And today, we're going to take a deep dive into the Toyota dealers that, well, unfortunately, are on the wrong side of that list.
Let's start here, Pops. The methodology for how we grade car dealers, it is very simple. We look here at CarEdge at fee transparency, add-on behavior, dealer markups, and the quality of the data they provide. Every single grade we provide back at CarEdge.com of a car dealer comes from a verified out-the-door quote that we have received from that dealership. 8 dealers we're about to run through here that if you're in the market to buy a Toyota, you might want to think twice and go find someone else. First on the list, Dad, Darcars Toyota of Frederick, Maryland. They've earned a D from CarEdge and the warning to proceed with caution. And the reason being is because Darcars Toyota of Frederick, when you look at the out-the-door price quotes we've received from them, they add all sorts of fees. An $800 processing charge, which they're very kind to remind us is not required by law. That's the dealer doc fee. That's okay, but it's the optional coverages and equipment that they're trying to add on their protection plan and assurance for an additional $3,800. That's where things get a little more egregious. Now, they are optional, but we know, Dad, in the Toyota market, a lot of dealers are saying, actually, because of the scarcity of these vehicles, if you want to buy it, you have to buy these products. That's something that, at least at this dealership, you have to be aware of.
Yes, and you know, the reality is that when you see a listed price on the website, well, it's supposed to include this type of stuff. It shouldn't be brought up after the fact. And, well, when you do it after the fact, that could earn you a D.
What's interesting is you can see we have multiple quotes from this dealership. On many of them, we have $3,780 in add-ons. So yeah, I think it's a bit of a trend at that dealership. Another Toyota dealer you need to watch out for, Toyota of Santa Monica. They've also earned a D rating. We have 4 verified out-the-door quotes from them. This dealership in particular, Dad, they are also adding add-ons to the tune of $3,770 in some cases. And you can see here a different worksheet at this dealership, but the same game. You have other amounts due of $3,770. Doesn't really matter, Pops, that they've given you a $1,000 discount off the selling price when they're adding back all those, quote, optional protection products.
Yeah, optional, my butt. Yeah, try and get them taken off. I'm sure they're not going to take them off easily. You know, because of the short supply of Toyota vehicles out there, many of the dealers are adding on things of this nature because, well, they don't want to just add on a market adjustment. So they try and justify it by adding some products to the vehicle that A, are overpriced, and B, you might not be interested in. So at the very least, you should try and negotiate them off.
Yeah, because of that scarcity, this is a way dealers can make extra money. Here's another example. We've now gotten into the F grades. This is Berge Toyota. They've earned an F grade. We've got 19 verified out-the-door quotes from this dealership. And you can see, I mean, we've got add-ons galore at this dealership. We'll start here, Dad, on one of these recent quotes we got for a BZ Woodland. This is Toyota's new electric vehicle that, last time I checked, their electric vehicles aren't even some of their best sellers, yet this one has the TFS Platinum warranty here for $2,750. This is the type of stuff we're seeing at Toyota dealers occasionally nationwide, but in this case, in particular with this one.
Yes, it's unfortunate, but you know, many of the dealers are doing it, and it's just the difference between the listed price and then that out the door price is typically shocking. And well, when you do what they're doing, you end up with an F.
I will say it is interesting, however, we've graded 889 Toyota dealers and only a couple dozen get Ds and Fs. So we haven't graded every Toyota dealer in the country, caredge.com/dealers, to see all these grades and in your particular area. But fortunately, it actually isn't every dealer that's playing these games. Many are much more transparent, I would say, fair and honest. Now we've got here, Dad, another F grade, AutoNation Toyota Mall of Georgia. Unfortunately, they've also earned an F on 10 verified out-the-door price quotes. And again, you can see here just a range of add-ons put onto these vehicles. Now, what's interesting here is we've got a vehicle like the Toyota Sienna, which is incredibly high demand and relatively low supply. And you can see here $4,494 in other amounts due. Now, again, they're explicit here. These are optional accessories. The dent package, the appearance package, the blackout emblem, the ceramic tint and screen protector, auto gear, W-Tech liners, and the roof racks. All of that adds up to $4,494, which again, you need to just make sure if you're going to work with any of these dealers that we're naming in today's video, just understand this is something you're going to have to negotiate off, which is just time, energy, and effort you're going to have to put in to get a fair price on the vehicle.
Remember, if it's taxable, it's negotiable. And typically, if it's optional, it's negotiable because, well, it's taxable, damn it. Try your best to get some of these things taken off if you can. And if you can't, get them to reduce the prices because the prices that they're asking for these things are, inflated to say the least.
Toyota of North Miami is next on the list. They've also earned an F grade and a buyer beware badge. 13 verified quotes from this dealership. And again, similar game to what we've seen with these other dealers. You've got a $1,000 doc fee, which is actually not the egregious red flag here. That's normal for the state of Florida. It is the TNM value pack for $2,000 that's getting this dealer flagged. And we've got two more Viva Toyota of Las Cruces, 3 verified quotes from this dealership, earning them that F grade. Again, it's an add-on story here. If I go into this particular quote, you can see the first quote this dealership sent us had over $3,500 worth of add-ons. And this is what's interesting. The way that we collect these quotes, Dad, is from our AI negotiator. By the final quote, we actually got the dealership to take all of those add-ons off. So this is a perfect example here. This is from June 11th, just a couple of days ago. This is a perfect example of over 3 rounds of negotiations. We went from $3,562 in add-ons to $2,378 in add-ons to no add-ons. It's a perfect testament to why these dealerships ultimately get the grades they get and also the amount of work that has to go in to finally get a fair price.
Yeah, the only saving grace here is it was an AI agent doing the work instead of you as the customer having to do the work.
Now, the worst graded Toyota dealership we have in our database, and again, the way that we grade dealers is very simple. Fee transparency, add-on behavior, dealer markup, each of those are weighted 30% each, and the quality of the data gets a 10% rate as well. Al Hendrickson Toyota earns an F grade after 5 verified OTD quotes. Not only does this dealership charge a doc fee that is $1,298 higher than their state average, they also, on every quote we've received from them, have added $2,995 in additional accessories. This dealership, Dad, gets the worst grade of any Toyota dealer we've graded nationwide.
29 out of 100. Yeah, that qualifies as an F. Hell, that might be a sub F. I don't know. Can you get lower than an F?
If you go to caredge.com/dealers, you can see all the grades we've given to over 10,000 dealers nationwide. And if you go to caredge.com/brands/Toyota, you can see all 889 Toyota dealers ranked in one place. If you're not using these dealer reviews, Dad, it is a great opportunity to inform your car shopping experience. And what do you think? Should we come back and do a best Toyota dealers video next week?
Yeah, we should do a best Toyotas dealer. And we should do best and worst of each of the brands.
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below what brand you want to see us do next.